What's up, everybody? I'm Jonathan Sewell with the Zoom Podcast, and I don't know about you, but I enjoy spending time in, behind the wheel in the seat of the Mazda. And usually, sometimes on the main channel, I'm driving back and forth to Mitchell Mazda. Today, I happen to be at home, and one of the beautiful things of this podcast is I don't have to be with the backdrop of a new vehicle or in the office to share some exciting Mazda news. And although it doesn't sound exciting at first, I want to comment on some production changes overseas and tell you how I think that's actually a good thing. The Mazda6, which was removed from the North American market in 2021, has now officially been removed from the Japanese market, its home market. However, there still will be some Japan production of the Mazda6 sedan and wagon for Australia, and the Vietnamese plant will continue to produce the Mazda6 for its local market. However, we see the Mazda6, the candle is burning out. And that may be a sad thing because of, especially with Japanese regulations on size, that's one less vehicle that fit their parameters for tax reasons or what have you that is going bye-bye. And I know that a lot of you in Australia still appreciate the wagon and the sedan, but this is actually a good thing, and I'll tell you why. With the shrinking production of the Mazda6 actually gets us closer to more production on CX-90 and CX-70. Yes, more close to the production of an all-new Mazda 6, because as we focus more on some EVs, but also more ICE vehicles or internal combustion engines, the platform that exists and the mass production of a rear-wheel drive first inline six 8-speed transmission platform means that at any given moment they can reconfigure the sheet metal to be a sedan or a wagon and make that available globally. So I think that the production ceasing or the numbers going down for right now is a good thing, because that means that they are focused on this new platform. They are focused on increased production of 90, now 70, of course 80 and 60 overseas as well. And that could mean that in the next couple of years, we could see that rear-wheel drive inline six Mazda 6 or Mazda60, if that's what they decide to call it, that we've all been wanting and been waiting for. And I know that they're able to do good things, or great things really, in vehicles such as this CX-5 or crossover as far as fuel economy. A lot of changes, of course, on the 24 with, early production of the 24 with cylinder deactivation and I-stop, so they can manipulate some things to get a few miles per gallon better. However, a crossover is not going to get as good a fuel economy as a sedan that's lower to the ground. And I know that Japan's director of sales, I believe is his title, has said that through Mazda 3 and other CXs, specifically the CX-5 and CX-30, they will see or fill that gap of production that they need to, or that gap of sales. However, in just a couple of years, I think we will see that new Mazda 60, because the Camry's still going strong, the Honda Accord is still going strong, and the Mazda 60 has a spot in that premium, whether it's mainline to compete with the Camry and Accord, but also maybe upscale a little bit to compete with Lexus and Acura. Yes, my fingers are crossed for the Mazda 6 or Mazda 60, but I think that these recent production limitations or reductions are a good thing, even though I know some of you Australians are wondering how much or how many Mazda 6s you will actually see, how long this Japanese line is going to still produce them. I think that they're going to produce them as long as they have parts available for them, and this is a limited or outdated platform, so we're going to transition one way or the other. We could go to the large platform, rear-wheel drive inline six, or we could go to the small platform, which is basically just a added on Mazda 3. And that's in fact what Toyota has done. The Corolla and the Camry are both on the same platform. And that's something that Mazda could do as well. I expect the new third generation CX-5 to be on that small platform, and of course potentially an EV, so they could put the Mazda60 on that as well. However, we were teased for long enough for a rear-wheel drive premium sedan with an inline six, and I don't think Mazda will disappoint us. Reach out to me if you think that what I'm saying is true, that reduced production on an old, outdated platform means more commitment to this large platform, more commitment to the future of the Mazda6, Mazda60, and let's have a conversation about it. I appreciate you joining me on this quick conversation on the Mazda6. If you have any questions or comments, again, drop them down below, or you can reach out to me in the email. If you're listening to the audio only, the email in the description of the podcast. And I appreciate you joining me. This was a quick 5th episode, but I would continue to appreciate your support with a like, subscribe, or follow. And I hope I can continue to bring these and the information you want to hear and talk about more Zoom Zoom news on the Zoom Zoom podcast. And I'll see you on the next one.